Okay, if you watch that video through, you'll see where at the start of the dive I'm at 25, 30 feet and I'm having a problem getting my dome off because I didn't fill it with water and I got air in there and all. So here's what's happening, okay? Let's go ahead and look at the flange. I'm going to call this flange a fairly large diameter or circumference with very fine threads that are easy to damage. Then we have the dome here, which has got the same thing, male threads, fairly large diameter. I mean, the larger the diameter, the more leverage it takes to turn it. And then in here, we got an airspace with a lot of air in here. And we got this space here. So we don't want to know the area of this airspace. And just for, we're not going to do the math, pi r square, measured exact, but we're just going to say 2 square inches, okay? And then we'll put it on. Okay, so here we are, we're down 30 feet, and at 30 feet we got, let's say, 14 pounds PSI water column pressing on this dome here. It's got air in it, and the air compresses, and if there's water it won't compress. Well, so anyway, we got 28 pounds. We'll go 2 square inches times 14 pounds I just talked about. Give you 28 pounds of pressure pushing on this. If the area is more and it's deeper, the more pressure you have. And just pressing on it now with, let's say about 7 pounds of pressure, I can feel those threads meshing. I can feel the strain on them. Now the problem we have here is when we finally take the dome off under that strain and the threads break loose. Well, when they break loose, we're down to a very small surface of thread area. And so with all that strain in that very small surface area, when it breaks loose, you could possibly bend the thread, cause a burr, or cause some damage. And the more you use your housing, once you've got a damaged thread off and on, the more you're going to damage everything to where you need to replace the flange and the flange on the dome. And so this here would be pretty costly and pretty extensive because it probably just ordering the parts would be a major job. So anyway, that's something that can happen. Now to alleviate that problem, what you can do is, like the manufacturer tells you with the housing, put it in a bucket of water before you take it underwater once you put your camera in it and see if there's any bubbles or if it's leaking. And then when you're doing that, you can also take the dome off, fill it with water and get both of them, then fasten them back on. And once you screw this thing on tight, it holds water pretty good. Like on that video, it shows the second dive where I've already got water in it. But even if I've got water in it, when I take it off, it comes off real easy. But even if I got water in it and I make a dive, still, once I get to the bottom and I get to where I got time, I'll flush it out and clean it out. Make sure I haven't got a small bubble or something in there that'll mess up my video. Now, sometimes I've gotten down, when I got down there to about 25, 30 feet, and it's hard to take off, then I just shot back up to about 10 feet, spun it off, and made the, flushed it out and cleared it. So that's just some information that you might find interesting. If so, subscribe.